Hello everybody, it's time to get another 5 tactics from experts how to increase the engagements in your Facebook group and at the same time lower down the time you spend on moderating that group. Okay, so if that sounds like something that you need and you would want to start doing that, then stick with me over here and I'll walk you through these 5 steps. Okay, it's going to be a hands-on experience, tutorial really. So I will be showing you exactly how I'm doing this inside my group, and you can pretty much just go and implement one step at a time, right? And go back here and implement the next one, the next one, the next one, right? So this is pretty much the collection of all the best tips that I gathered out of the courses and pretty much from mentors that I've been learning from, right? People who are into organic Facebook marketing, who are experts in marketing on social media, like Rachel Miller, Feng Jun, or Josh Cousin, right? So I've been learning from them and pretty much just utilizing everything and seeing what works best for me and for people pretty much who are starting and who are not investing any money in marketing, right, on Facebook. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna get out of this little session over here. You're gonna get more effective and more productive by funneling your group structure. Okay, you're gonna get laser focused and get faster results out of your group, right? Which is pretty much a decent benefit. Okay, all right. Now you're gonna be more organized and save time by making everything easier for your members, right? Remember that in today's social media, people have less and less and less time, and there's the market is more busy than ever, right? Which means the easiest delivery you're going to provide to people, the better for you, because they will consume your content. And if you're going to keep it complicated, even if it's going to be super cool, they're just not going to take it, right? Because people just want really quick results, quick outcomes. Okay, so with that being said, guys, let's just go into step number 1. Ask strategic questions, right? So this is sort of inquiry, run the inquiry-based group. Okay, and there's 3 like extra tips over here, how you can do that, right? What are these strategic questions, right? You might ask. So first of all, 2-step posts, right, are super cool and laser focus on what you can provide, right? Sifting questions and asking people about themselves, because to be honest, you all should know by now that the one thing that everybody wants to talk about is themselves, right? If you ask people about them, they will engage. If you start, teaching or telling them what to do or how they should behave or who they should listen, sometimes they will listen if they're resonating, but in most cases, they'll just listen and do nothing, right? But if you ask them about themselves, right, then they will respond. Okay, so just let's go and have a look at the examples of these 3 things. All right, so first 2-step post, what that is pretty much just you sharing a little story, right? And asking people if they are interested in following up with the little lesson that comes out of the story, right? So this is an example of me. I was part of the Real Success Summit over here, right? When I was listening to Dr. John Demartini. And since this is one of my mentors, right? People who I follow, I wanted to deliver to my community a little workshop that is pretty much giving them a very specific result, right? And how the 2-step post works is that pretty much I'm giving them, I'm telling them exactly what this workshop will do, right? So in this particular case, it will be, okay, you will find out your core values and you will know how to align your actions with them after this one workshop. And if you're interested, let me know in the comments below. You have to tell me that I'm in, and only if I have a certain amount of people, if I have interest, only then I will provide that thing. If not, well, that's fine. We can move on to the next thing. Right? This is super cool for engagement because it forces people who are interested in this topic to actually say something, right? If they're not going to say, they're not going to get it, right? So this is very, very important in a sense of, okay, let me allocate who actually has that problem, right? And if that person will happen to see this post, well, then you will know that people wants to have it, right? So this particular post has 26 comments at this point, right? And 84 people seen it so far, right? So I still have some more marketing to do over here because I have over 600 people that I will want to see it, right? So we'll see how that's going to go, right? Anyway, this is the one example. Now let's go to the second example. That was the sifting question. All right. So this is sort of like a smaller thing. In this particular case, I asked them about something that is related to what I teach, to what I do, but at the same something that is about them, right? So what is your why, your driving force, your inspiration, your reason to keep moving forward, right? And again, I have comments over here under this post, and it's basically the idea over here is that I want to keep on running this conversation, right? Because this is sort of like a conversation starter over here. What is your why? People will give you like all different kind of whys. We can always run this conversation for a while. We had a really cool discussion with some of my members of my group over here, my Mind Explorers, where we were like diving a little bit deeper into, okay, what is, and there they even put the little videos over here, right? So it's really cool. This is all about them, right? It's all about them, and then I can run conversation with them over here to ask a little bit more, go like deeper with this why, right? Provide some value, some good examples of how you can figure it out, right? But at the same time, it's engaging. They are responding, right? It's a back and forth conversation. And that's awesome because that will pretty much just tell algorithm on Facebook to show it to more people, right? And then finally, the third option that we had over here, going back here, ask them about them. So I'm going to show you an example over here. This is sort of like a part of my welcome sequence. And this is the first thing that people will see in my group, right? So I'm just asking them to answer me really quickly in the comments below these three things, right? I just actually redo this thing, so there's not a lot of comments yet, but just 49 people seen this post so far. So it's actually really good, right? It's like 30% conversion rate over here, right? Which is good, and more people will do that because it's really easy for them to just answer something about themselves, right? What do you do? What is your dream? What are you really good at, right? And again, when they're answering, I can actually put like a back and forth conversation over here, right? So this is one thing, and all these type of posts or all these strategic questions will increase the engagement inside the group, but not just like in a sense of increasing and then nothing happens, increasing and then you know exactly what you can do with these people who are actually answering, right? It doesn't really matter if you have 100 answers or 200 answers or just 5, but these 5 people, they will be building relationship with you because these questions are really good questions, right? Like if you do it properly, you can run a little conversation with them over there, right? And at the end of the day, you don't just want to have a big community. You want to have a deep community, right? A community that actually knows you and you know them, and you can help them, right? By providing your things. All right, so we're going to point 2, link your post. By the way, if you want to go and try it, right? You can either go and do a post, a 2-step post, right? Or you can do a sifting question, right? A conversation starter, or you can just go and ask them about something so they can share about themselves, right? Now, point 2, link your post, which is basically, this stands for simplicity. I already told you that right now, people just look for quick fixes, right? And they really want to make it super simple for them. So one of the ways how you can simplify the processes inside your group, you can create easily consumable content, which means make it short. So this is pretty much why I decided to divide my opening sequence, right, my welcome sequence, to smaller steps, right? Instead of delivering one big video, then nobody wants to watch really, right? Because if it's long, right? So instead of giving here like a 15 minutes video, at the beginning. I just give them 1 minute video that is actually asking them to tell about themselves, right? So it definitely makes it much easier to hop in and start engaging right from the gate, instead of listening to 15 minutes, right? And then, you know, not getting to the end of it and hearing call to action, right? So definitely make your content short and sweet, right? And convey a real message, and always add a call to action at the end, right? To every single post. Link. Now the second thing is really, really cool, right? So because sometimes you want to make content shorter to make it easier to consume, but also you want to make it logic, right? So if you're going to start making very short content, sometimes you just can't finish the whole thinking process. So what you can do, you can link other posts to this post. So then people are like, oh, it's just this video is just like 1 minute, I'm going to watch it. And then they watch it, and then they start to get interested, and then they want to watch the next one, right? So again, you can see this example over here with my starting sequence, right? This is the step 1, share 3 things about you in the comments. And then if they watch this and they shared, it's just 1 minute, very quick share. And then they actually want, oh, okay, that was simple, that was easy. Okay, so I need to click here to go next. Okay, I'm going to click here. I don't need to go and look for the next thing. I don't need to look anywhere in a group for the next step. I just click this one thing and it's already taking me to the next step, right? So now I'm providing a 4-minute video, which is still okay, right? But in this video, I'm going to ask them a little bit bigger action, right? Because now I'm going to tell them, oh, maybe you can record a little video about yourself, right? And share a little bit more, so you can connect with people, get more value right away, right? And let me show you how you can do that. And then I'm sharing a little bit more about myself, right? So they can model this and give back the feedback, right? So once they do that, right, again, they go and click here to go to the 3rd post, right? You don't have to look for anything in my group, just go click here. It takes you to the 3rd post, right? And in the 3rd post, I will tell them exactly how to get more value out of my group, right? How to optimize the experience in my group. So here I can take it a little bit longer, but I want to share them with them exactly, okay, why you're here and how to squeeze everything from here, right? I'm providing more value. I'm asking them to give me 9 minutes of their time right now, but I'm already giving them more value, and they know exactly what is this group for. And I'm actually telling them, look, better just look at this video, and you will know right away, right from the gate, if this group is for you, if this is something that you're looking for or not. And if not, then just go and find something that resonates with you today, right? Sort of this kind of stuff. So they can go through this, right, get this value, and at the end of the day, I want to show them exactly, okay, now I want to show you know exactly what to expect from this group, how this things works. Now, if you have some trouble, another thing, what we mentioned over here, you have to make it super simple, right? So you can create walkthroughs, right? Walkthroughs that pretty much means you show them how to do this, because some of them might not know exactly where to click, where to go. So they will be willing. To there you go. To watch a little tutorial, right? This tutorial, like I recorded over here, 6 minutes, that show them exactly where do you find stuff in my group, right? Or how to do something in my group, right? I'm just walking them through exact process, what to do. Go here, go here, go here, click here, click here, click here. Here you're gonna find events in a group. Here you're gonna find best content. Here you're gonna quickly find something that is related with a specific topic, and so on, so on, so on, right? So I'm going to give them this whole thing, right? And this walkthrough and this whole sequence, that was a welcome sequence that I just showed you, but you can pretty much do the similar things with other things that you do in a group. Like when you have, let's say, guides, or you're walking them through classes of your program, you can link the videos the same way, right? A video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, so they don't have to go and look for it, and make those videos shorter, divide them into consumable steps, right? So that's That's the second point, right? Let's go to point number 3, schedule posts and events, right? So this is pretty much about consistency over here, right? The strategy is be consistent with stuff in your group. So 3 bullets over here: create clear core schedule for your group, be consistent with your time, and build routines. So it's sort of like running a classroom, really, right? Like if you're going into the classroom and in the beginning you're learning about your students, right? What they like, what they want. Then you start to think, okay, I think maybe we can do like a morning meeting, this routine, that routine, because it works for my students. Same here, right? You're gonna learn about the members of your group, what they like, where they're from, what they want, and then you're gonna start doing what they expect you to do, and repeat it, right? Just teach them that this is what's happening inside this group. So after a while, it's pretty much on their schedules. It lands on their schedules, right? So now I just wanted to show you, this is something that I created just recently, really, because I am really trying to make sure that when I'm teaching something, I'm already using the thing, right? So I'm learning the same thing and implementing the same things that I'm giving you guys. So this is, for instance, my schedule for my community right now, right? And I will be applying this this specific way, right? So I know that I have these, like, one action six times throughout the week, right? And it's happening. And the moment I'm going to start repeating this over and over and over again, people will start engaging with these posts and with these different things, because they will know, oh, on Monday, Mike has this Monday mission, which basically is a goal setting for the week. And then it's really cool. And then on Friday, we can do a friendly check, right? A friend check, how that goals went to everybody, right? So we can sort of hold each other accountable. That's pretty cool. So this is happening, right? And people are thinking, okay, maybe the first week just a couple people will answer this. Second, a little bit more. Second, and the next a little bit more, and the next a little bit more. But after a while, people will learn, okay, Monday and Fridays we do this, right? We do this thing in School of Self-Mastery. And then same thing with other stuff, right? If you're gonna teach people that something happens every single week the same way, they will just start doing it more often. And after a while, you're gonna have more people joining this thing. Like with Saturday sessions, for instance, I've been running those for a while, and now I consistently have people, right? Even if I'm not promoting a lot on Facebook because I don't have time, for instance, I have some other things to do, people know that Saturday will be session and they will come, right? And I will always have at least a couple people in my session, if not more, right? So that's pretty much how the schedule works, guys. Now, the cool thing is that it also helps you to run your group a little bit easier, right? And you can even schedule these posts, like once you can prepare them in the bulk, right? Pretty much sit down in one time and then upload all of them inside your group. And I want to show you that if you're inside your group over here, right? As an admin, you will have all these extra stuff on the side. So you can see that there is something that's called schedule posts over here, right? If you click that, right, you can create posts and you can literally tell Facebook to post it in a very specific time in the future. So you can create your whole content for the whole week, right? All these things that you had in this schedule over here, right? Okay, for the whole week, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this, okay? And then I schedule it, I put it in here with one sitting, and it's done. And I have my group done for the whole week, and all I'm gonna have to do is pretty much just go back there and engage with people when they are engaging with me, right? So that's for the point 3. Now point 4, organize challenges, right? So that builds excitement, right? Obviously, if somebody is excited about being inside your community, about being anywhere, they will be more engaged, right? Makes sense? So how do you create excitement? You can, for instance, invite guests that people inside your group can resonate with. So not just any guest, but somebody that they can, for instance, relate to, or they admire this person, right? Or they know this person from some other groups, or it could be a common mentor for all of you, right? So you can do that, right? By reaching out to other people. You can do you can offer incentives, right? So obviously when you're creating like sessions or webinars or like whatever lives, right, you're running, and and people will learn that you're going to give them something for free, right? Even like a t-shirt, right? Like sometimes I've been getting t-shirts, sometimes it's going to be a course, sometimes it's going to be a session, right? Whatever else, just you can offer this little incentives, and that will create some excitement too. Then yeah, create excitement. it's again, all different ways how you can get people excited about something, right? So you can obviously find out all different other ways what pops into your head, but leverage on timing is very important, because that basically comes down to, okay, listen to what happens in people's lives, right? And try to tap into what they're already thinking, right? So they're preparing for holidays. Maybe you can do something exciting about that thing, right? Because you know that a lot of people from your community will be going on holidays. If they're preparing for the event, and you know that a lot of people inside your community is a part of this event, then you can do something about that, right? Maybe clarity session, or maybe kickstart sessions, right? Or whatever else it might be, right? So leverage on timing, because people, you're not going to have to convince them to do something if they're already doing it, and it's only going to make it easier and better for them, right? So with that being said, guys, I think that this is clear. Now, challenges, by the way, itself obviously is one of the best possible ways to market your programs, right? And market your paid stuff. And in today's world, that's pretty much the best marketing machine that you can have. And we're going to talk about this in another video, because this requires a whole video for itself. Like, how to create the challenge and make it easy to consume and drive traffic to it, right? So with that being said, guys, you can see that, like, what I do regarding that is, like, okay, we had a session, for instance, the Kickstart sessions for Project Next, right? We had a storytelling challenge when I've noticed that people were having trouble with crafting their marketing message, right? What else? Obviously, I'm giving prices, right, and incentives for joining my stuff more often right now. Yeah, so I'm doing what I'm teaching. Yeah, and then finally, number 5, last point in our walkthrough: send email or messages to remind people what's happening inside your group. So this is super important. This is about efficiency of delivery of your message, right? And then you have to know that basically, when it comes to Facebook is not showing your posts to everybody, right? The fact that you have like 600 people inside your group, it doesn't mean that 600 people will see your post, right? It might mean that maybe just like, look at this, for instance. I got this post in particular was seen by 145 people, and I have more than 600 in my group right now, right? So obviously there is a room to improvement over here, and I'm aware of this, right? But I'm pretty much just working on it step by step. It's not going to be like overnight success that, oh, I'm going to do this and this and this, and in 5 days or in even 1 month, I'm going to have a 100% reach. No, it's not like that. But if I'm seeing the improvement, which, by the way, you can see if you're improving or not by checking out your statistics, right? So don't try to be like, oh, I need to have 100%. If only 80 people seen this, oh, I'm not good. No, I'm going to go here, for instance, right? I'm going to check out the growth. And if these rubrics, right, are basically growing up, right, that means it's good, right? It means it's growing. So you can go and check out all these different details over here. I'm not going to go through like all of it in specifically, because it's going to be, this video is going to be too long. But you can see that these statistics are actually giving you a lot of cool stuff, right? You can check out, this is the growth of the group. You can check out the engagements. Okay, let's see engagements. Are people engaging? 27 posts, right? So this is basically how many posts is coming in. This is how many members is actively using the group, right? So you can see that it's not just like upward line. It's basically up and down and up and down and up and down, right? It also depends. But in general, you want to just see if the trend is upward or downward, right? So you can see that for me, for instance, if I would put the line over here, it grows, right? It grows every time. I'm like a little bit higher than I was before, right? So I was starting somewhere with the 50 people being engaged on a daily basis, and went through 100, right? And now I'm just somewhere 120, like 189 active members at the moment, right? So this is pretty cool. And you can, you know, come up with all these different engagements. You can see what worked better, what and do more of that. If something didn't work, has like very little engagement, then do less of that, right? This is how you can check it out. So with that being said, guys, this last step is actually allowing you to sort of take your posts, the strategic posts, and make sure to grow your engagements by waves, right? This is something that you might know from Rachel Miller if you're already in this game for a while. She says that, you know, it's not like you put everything in one basket and then boom, one time we'll see what happens and then it's gone. No, you actually want these posts, especially these strategic posts, to grow in time, right? And you will see that after a month, more people see it, 2 months, more people, and more people, and more people. And you can do that by basically sending people reminders to go and check it out, check out these posts again and again and again. And you can do it by sending them an email, right? Check out this post, guys. In this post, I was talking about mass structure, the most effective storytelling script. And we will have a little session this weekend about that so you can practice. So go see this post and make sure that you remember the structure, right? And I send something like that through email or through a message inside Messenger, right? So I'm going to show you really quickly because, like I said, I wanted to want you to see it's actually something that is working in real life and not just like a something on your social social media. For instance, social media video mastery. So this is a little group, right? That where I was sending reminders, right? You got all the people that are interested in this particular topic, right? So I collected them, right? Let's say that these people, they wanted to be in this particular workshop, right? And so I pulled them all in one group, social media video mastery, right? And send them information. Okay, Zoom is happening here, or go and see this video, go and see that post, right? So this is really, really a good way to remind people, go and see it, right? Go and see it, go and see it. And then you can do the same thing through mails. And finally, make it personal by, again, not just create one big group where you have every single one, but actually personalize it, right? If these people were interested in social media video mastery, then only send it to them. So it's not like a group where you have another 100 people and they will have a million notifications when people start to send stuff, but it's just really zoomed in and laser focused on this particular problem. And these people only have other people who are also interested in that problem. So that's personalizing the stuff for them. And that's pretty much it, guys. The 5 amazing tactics from experts, all right, that will increase the engagements on your group and actually lower down your time in that group. Okay, I hope that it helps, guys. This was the 3rd video in this mini course about optimizing, monetizing, and setting up your group, right? And so if you're going to have any other questions regarding running your group or making it even easier or whatever else, let me know. Contact me directly or just let me know inside the School of Self Mastery, right? And I'll see you on another video. Take care, guys.